Hello guys, this is Pete again from Singapore. Have a pleasant afternoon. And for the last videos that we have, last episodes, we're actually discussing and dealing with financial education, financial literacy. And this time, I want to jump from one topic to another. And this time, it's all about the second leading cause of death in the world, and that is cancer. Cancer is very rampant in the society today. It is very, very common, even in our country, I mean in the Philippines, and even here in Singapore. So that's the reason why I'm going to discuss this matter, this topic about cancer. And the title of this video is how to prevent cancer. But before that, I have to define what cancer is. Okay, cancer is actually a disease, and it's actually caused by uncontrolled division or multiplication of immature and abnormal cells, meaning your body is keep on multiplying different a lot of cells, but unfortunately those are immature and cancer cells, meaning it's not functioning well. And as I have mentioned that cancer actually is the second leading cause of death in the US and even in the world. But to tell you honestly, guys, everybody, you and me, all of us, we have cancer cells in our body. Like every day, our body is producing like 40 to 60,000 of cancer cells. But if you are healthy, if your immune system is intact and you are a very healthy person, then your body itself will actually fight off those cancer cells and eventually it will die. But if your immune system is compromised, like you're having some diseases and some like complications, or you have diabetes or something like that, then there's a big chance or a big risk for you to get cancer. So that's the reason why I'm doing this, in order for you to prevent cancer. And then there are actually two types of cancer, that is benign, and two, which is malignant. Malignant is actually the fatal one. It's a dangerous thing because it actually spread and it will be metastasize, like spread to your nearby tissues, to your organs. Unlike the benign one, it's just like common to a certain area to your body. But pag napabayaan siya, eventually nagiging malignant din siya. Kaya still prevention is better than cure. Okay, so number one, the first tip or the first prevention for cancer is you have to stop smoking. It's really very bad to smoke. You know why? Because as we have known that tobacco or it has nicotine, and once the nicotine is inside your body, it will stay there forever. Unless you will stop, then there's a chance of getting rid of those nicotine. Like one stick actually reduces 7 minutes of your life. So if you stop smoking like one what they call one, I don't smoke, one box would take like few minutes, would actually reduce your chances of dying. Then number two, actually I'm here at Marina Bay area, and behind me is the Marina Bay Sands Resort, casino, and a shopping mall below. Second one is you have to have a healthy, balanced diet. It means that you have to eat more fresh fruits and vegetables. To number three, you have to maintain a healthy weight and you have to do exercise. Exercise is also as important as diet or healthy or balanced diet. Number five, four rather, you have to protect yourself from the sun. It can actually cause skin cancer, but for Asians it's not dominant because of our skin. We have this called melanin. It fights off the cancer cells. And then another tip actually is to get vaccine or immunization, most especially the Hepa B and the HPV or human papilloma virus. It's for women. It is very common, can cause genital cancer. Yeah. Anyway, there are actually 100 types of cancers in the world today, more than 100 actually. So it's better to prevent than to have treatment like chemotherapy or radiation or surgery. It's very very expensive, and unless you have insurance, well, at least you can, it will really pay off. I mean, insurance is very important tool of investment. Okay, another tip for you to prevent cancer is that you have to avoid risky behavior. For example, if you're into drugs and then you're sharing needles, so there's a chance of getting diseases from it. And then another thing is if you're not practicing safe sex, it's also one thing. I mean, it's good to be to stick to your partner. Then number 7, this is one of the best prevention. You have to get a regular medical checkup, like executive checkup from the tip of your toe to your hair. You should actually, your doctor will do the checkup almost every part of your body. It's very important to prevent cancer. The number 8, this is also a very very crucial or very vital information. You have to stop taking or drinking or eating too much sugar, like your sodas or Coke, Sprite, everything like that, your cake. But not just like that, also rice is made of starch, then the starch will become glucose. Glucose is actually sugar, so you have to cut down. I mean, don't eat too much rice, don't eat too much sweets. It's not good. And for your information, sugar is, even if it's natural or processed, sugar is the food of cancer cells. So as I have mentioned earlier that every person has 40 to 60,000 cancer cells every day, and if you're eating a lot of sugar, then it will increase the risk for you having cancer. So you have to stop eating too much sugar, and even rice, it's actually sugar as well. Then I recommend that you will eat more raw nuts, and of course the fresh fruits and vegetables. Raw nuts like pistachios, almonds, Brazil nuts, pecans, a lot, like 10 types of nuts. It is part of my diet. Like during nighttime or breakfast, I just eat like 50 grams a day. Yeah, it's very, because nuts has actually a good fat, which cancer cells do not eat fat. So that's it. And then last but not the least, you have to stop also. My last tip to prevent cancer is that you have to stop eating processed foods like sausage or hot dog or burger, instant noodles. Those are very bad stuff to your body. You must take care of your health because health is the first wealth. And then another additional information, I want to tell you that there are actually only two types of food, which are the healing food and the inflammatory food. So next few days, I'll be discussing what's the difference between inflammatory, I think it's self-explanatory, and the inflammatory and the healing food. It's more on like whole food and organic versus to processed food. Okay guys, that's the my top 10 tips on how to prevent cancer. I hope you learned something from today, and don't forget to follow me, hit like, or follow me also in Facebook. Just search for my name, and on Instagram. Okay, that's all. Once again, this is Pete from from the Philippines, but I'm an FW based here in Singapore. Thank you guys. Bye bye.